Hey, Paul Lynn here from Arrowhammer. I'm just going to show you guys today a very amateur and unedited video on how to run a 4-way auto stroke. Get your Arrowhammer 1450 set up to run, and then just a couple features and some settings and some do's and don'ts. So like I said, be very amateur and unedited, and it's 10 below zero today, so we got to make sure that we're good. But our hydraulic oil and our engine and everything is all warmed up, but cable and everything is cold, so we might do a couple strokes manually and make sure she all moves good. So our mast is on our mast lock right there, you can see. So I'm just going to use the tilt and go to the right, and I'm going to just push my mast right here away from the lock, and then my layback, we can go up with it like this, and you'll see our mast go up. I would like you to watch the screen here. So there we go. It's asking us to remove the hammer lock pin. The hammer lock pin is still manually activated. I've done that for liability and safety reasons. It is right there, so I do got to go outside and unlock that. Before I do that, I'm going to use my raise button, and I'm going to go real nice and slow here, and I'm going to take the pressure off of that lock pin. There we go. I'm going to pause it, get out, unlock that pin. Alright guys, you can see I unlocked our pin. We got to tell our system we did. So right here, if you'll see, it says push to select. So I'm going to push the center button here, and there we go. Now guys, we're looking at our auto cycle screen. A lot of different settings on there. We'll go into depth further some other time, but for now we're going. So what we want to do is figure out what we want to break, what we kind of do, and kind of an estimated thing. Most of these settings are set up 1 to 10. The numbers are just a range, so you just to be aware of that. So our hammer height set at 5, I'm going to leave it at 5 for now. How many times do we want it to hit in between each movement or side shift? I just want to hit once. How far do we want to travel between rows? It's just a travel setting of 2. And how far do we want it to move over in between each hit? And a setting of 3, and I'm okay with that. You can also see we have current square feet per hour. I'll get into that later. So as you can see, we're set up here. We can see right through past our feet here what we're doing. Like I said, because it's cold, I'm just going to do a manual raise here. Make sure everything goes. We'll look right through our skylight here. There we go. And I'm just going to do one of these just to make sure my oil's moving. Just because it's 10 below zero, so we'll do a drop. All right. Okay, I feel good about that. So we're set up here, set up on our test pad. We can see right through here. I'm gonna go right here. So to turn our 4-way auto stroke on, it is literally one button here. So we are pushing, idle is all the way down. It'll do that for us. It does not matter where the weight is. You can start it in any position. We're just gonna push this auto stroke here, and then our hammer will fall. You'll hear the engine rev up, and we're gonna be on. Across other way, just like that. We have a tamping tool on. I'm not into just breaking the concrete, it's just for testing purposes. You can see here, block and tackle system. Here we go. That's gonna back up. There we go. Now if we want to go forward, we can just go over here and push forward. Now when it gets to the end of that road, which it's still running, we will now go forward. I'd like to see our new cable system here, guys. guys. This really keeps everything up and out of our way. You can see there's nothing in my way here. There we went forward. Alright guys, let's change our hammer height. Let's go up higher. So I'm just using this dial here, turning it to 7. I'm going to select it. Now you'll see our hammer is going way up higher the far we're heading. Or if we want to go farther in between each row, let's change this. See it lit up? Let's change that to like a 6 or 7. Now if you watch, it'll travel a lot farther in between each row. Now let's say we want to hit it more than once, so we just change our hits per cycle. Let's just change it to 2. Before it moves. Just like that. When we shut this off, I like to shut that off on the ground because it's so much easier on the cable. It's what we recommend. All I did was push that 4-way auto stroke button and we are off. You want to start it again, we just push that button, it'll auto rev, we are back in business. So, that's kind of that. Now we have left the function of the auto hammer on here. Let's just hit that. Now this is doing like your old 1350s. Now you're manually moving it. So if we want to move it, we just move our side shift over. As you can see, I'm just manually. If we want to go forward and back, we're just going to take our park brake off. There we go. And that's how to run the auto hammer. Like again, this was a quick unedited video, very amateur, but I just wanted to show you guys how to run it. So another thing I would like to show you here would be how to put it away, because we do have a couple features here. So I'm going to raise the hammer weight so it's off the ground. There we go. Let's just say we went to lay it back. Oh, it stops. Will not hit your cab, will not hit your ROPS, it stopped. So one thing it does require right there is it must be against the right side. So we got to go all the way to the right, over here, till that's happy, and then we can lay back. We can lock our weight. I'll go pause it and lock our weight. So you can see I locked the weight. I'm gonna take the tension off the cylinder, and I'm going to use my layback, and we are going to lay our mast back to our rest back here, and lock it in position. There you go. Now you can see here we're still in our screen, and what I'm going to do is just go right into high, and if you noticed, it already switched over to our speedometer and tach. So our park brake's off, and we are ready to go home, or whatever it is, the end of the day. So thanks for watching. Contact me or email me for questions about anything else, and we'll put some better quality videos out. But I just wanted to give you guys an understanding on what's going on. Thank you.